Um, Hi, I'm Harley Jay. Welcome to season 5 of the Harley Jay Way podcast. Thank you. First off, thank you. This is awesome. I am so damn glad that we are actually here. I couldn't have done this without the support of every single person who listens and now watches. If you didn't already know, we are now on video. This episode, if you're listening to this, well, this episode is actually on video. You can find it on YouTube. I'll put a link in the show notes. But if you're watching, thank you. You're already here. This is awesome. Of course, our video exclusive versions will have a special version. They're special. They're the same podcast, but they're a little bit different. Once in a while, I will have special extra deleted scenes and bonus parts that are only in the video episodes. And these video episodes, you can only find them on our YouTube channel, the Harley Jay Way podcast. I will link it in the description of the audio version. But yeah, okay. You know what? If you are listening on audio, I'm about to play the regular intro you've heard before. If you are listening to if you're watching the video version, here is the new video exclusive intro song for the Harley Jay Way. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, go. Welcome to the Harley Jay Way. Yeah, the Harley Jay Way. My name is Harley Jay. I'm your host. Let's jump right in. Welcome back to the Harley Jay Way. Just know every time I restart the camera, I have to get up and sit down. So that's everything. But yes. So first off, I just want to apologize because our season 4 finale was pretty bad. Like, we were supposed to start. This episode was supposed to come out a couple weeks ago, but it didn't, and I'll tell you why. Because it's hard to explain, but basically, without me knowing, there was a giant glitch in the audio file, and I guess after I edited and hit upload on the podcast audio file, it just got corrupted, and only parts of it were salvageable, and I kind of fixed those parts, but it was still up there, and I kind of spent weeks trying to figure it out and fix it, but I didn't, and I completely failed, and I just gave up. So I'm here now, so that's why, and I'm actually going to cover it, and I did have a few announcements, and I'm going to cover all those announcements in this episode here, but, you know what, I'm just going to get started into those. Number 1, numero uno, the biggest announcement. I'll just start with the biggest announcements. I have my own merch line now, my own clothing line. I've been working on this for years. Years. I'm actually wearing one of our shirts right now. This is our sleep workout repeat shirt. If you are on video, you can definitely see this. It's called HbyJ, and I think it's really cool. Right now, we're selling sweatshirts, t-shirts, and stickers. I think it's really cool. More merch coming soon, but for now we're only gonna drop one out. Just drop one untitled. It's very nice. I think it's really cool. For everyone who has heard of it throughout the podcast, because that part of the podcast also got corrupted, thank you for purchasing. It means a lot to me. I just want to announce that if you could please support me, I'll have a link in the description of the show notes wherever you're listening, just down below. It's HbyJ. Thank you so much to everyone who has supported already. If you haven't supported, please support. I'm using the word support a lot. Please buy some merch, buy some swag, some clothing. I think it's really cool. And it helps me keep doing what I love to do. And it helps me provide better content for all of you. So thank you all so much to anyone who's already done that. Number 2 announcement. I think it's just kind of already clear. I mentioned this earlier. We are now on video. We now have a video exclusive version where there is a new intro song, which as as a little courtesy to everyone, even the audio viewers, I will play the new intro song at the end of the episode. But if you want to hear, but anyone who's on video has already heard the new intro song, so I think it's really cool. But I'm just happy with all this. Everything I think this whole podcast is just so cool, and I want to thank you all. But yeah, we're on YouTube now. Our video exclusive versions are only on YouTube, and just when I say exclusive, I mean is it's the same main chunk of the podcast, the story I'm telling, whatever I'm talking about, that's still in there. But sometimes there might be a little extra bonus scene or bonus part. There is a new logo that is only for the YouTube video version. There's also a new intro song, which I mentioned a couple minutes ago. Actually, no, less than a minute ago, probably. That is only available, and we're only playing it in that version. But thank you. Just thank you. I'm probably going to be riddling this episode with thank yous because this has been so cool, and I am so happy that this podcast is actually happening now. But yeah, before I continue, let's jump to the ad break. JK, there is no ad break. I'm not going to offer you ads because I don't want to do that to you. I don't want you to have ads. Also, no one's paying me. So the only ads you will be hearing are ads from people either from companies I'm already partnered with, or my own ads. And I will be talking with companies. So maybe soon we will have some ads. But for now, I'm just gonna say, if you could please write a review, that would be awesome. There are 3 things you can do to support me. And support this podcast. 1, write a review wherever you're listening. Write a review. It means a lot to me. It makes my day. It grows this podcast. And another way of growing the podcast, if you can, please share this podcast with a friend, or with that McDonald's employee at the drive-thru, or your ex. Even your ex, I think would love this podcast. Also, Matt and Abby, I stole this from Matt and Abby from the Unplanned podcast because I thought this was kind of a really fun segment about asking people and the way of their asking people to share the podcast. I think it's really fun and how they do it. So yeah, thank you to Matt and Abby. Okay. Where was I? Okay. And the third and final way you can support the podcast is by, like I said earlier, buying the merch. HbyJ, again, link in the show notes in the description. Please, it would mean the world to me. Okay, now let's go on to, what was the next one? Oh yeah, I already have a good amount of episodes finished and lined up. Well, not fully finished, but the big part of most of them I have a lot of close to finished episodes already, and I'm just waiting to put the final piece on them. But yeah, so I'll give you a few little. I'll tell you one thing, and I'll give you one hint. Okay. So, first off, we have a lot of interviews lined up. A lot of interviews and cool episodes like that. And I'm really excited for that. And the hint about one of the interviews, the next episode, once you listen to this episode, you will go missing. If you can just figure that out. Damn it, figure it out. Yeah, just figure it out. Okay. Also, in last season, I had like little news, I called them news segments, where I would sometimes it would be an episode, sometimes it would be a segment where I would just read and react to the news. We're changing that, and it's gonna be segments, only segments, it's not gonna be like full episodes. Sometimes they will be video exclusives, but I think today it'll be full on. It'll just be a segment just for everyone. I think this kind of matters a lot. And it's also going to be 1 or 2 news stories. And today I only have one news story, and it's a really sad one. A good friend of my father's, Billy Friedkin, as we call him, has passed away. You probably already know the news, and I just want to say I just want to mourn the loss, because I think if you don't know who Billy Friedkin or William Friedkin was, he was Well, have you seen the movie? There's a movie called The Exorcist. Have you seen The Exorcist? Have you seen Killer Joe? I have some stuff for them somewhere, but I don't. This is a Hitman's Bodyguard. This is some other stuff, but I don't have posters for those films. But my dad was actually the producer of Killer Joe, which was William Friedkin's, which was Billy's final fiction film. It was 2011. No, it was shot during 2011. It was released 2012, I think. It was kind of one of the big breaks for Juno Temple, who now stars in Ted Lasso, if you've ever seen that. So, with Matthew McConaughey, and it was this really good film. Well, I think I haven't seen it. It's NC-17 for a reason. But what I know of it, and I actually, when I was a baby, I was very young, pretty much a baby, only a couple months old. I was taken to the premiere. My mom was with my dad, and they were at the premiere together, and they went and attended the premiere in Venice. And it was just, I don't really remember it, but I know I've seen the photos, and even though I don't have a recollection of meeting Billy, I can just feel his energy by the way my parents both described him, and so I'm really sad that he's gone. I am considering, and I think I'm going to make a short documentary style YouTube video on my main channel about Billy and his life. But it's definitely sad. So I just wanted to mention that. But sorry. Okay. Let's continue. Okay. Okay, what will I talk about now? What will I talk about now? Well, I don't think there's that much more to talk about because this episode is really more of a kind of a welcome to season 5. Which again, welcome to season 5! Welcome to season 5! Welcome to season 5! This is awesome. Welcome to season 5. Welcome to season 5. Welcome to season 5 of the Harley Jay Way podcast. The Harley Jay Way podcast. Send this to your favorite. Send this episode to your favorite creators, to anyone you want me to interview, because I will interview them. I just noticed something. I was looking at my globe for a second here, and my friend, I'm not going to say what town he lives in. I have a friend that lives in a tiny, tiny town, and I have a globe right next to me right now, if you're on audio. And I just realized that somehow his tiny, tiny town that he lives in shows up on the map. I don't understand this. This is a globe of the full Earth, but you know what? Whatever. Okay, let's get back to what I was saying. This is an episode saying welcome to season 5. This is what's coming, and yeah. Thank you for everyone supporting me on this whole journey. There's lots of cool stuff coming. Maybe some giveaways, possibly. I don't know. And I will end the episode by, what will I do? I'm looking at my bookshelf to see if I can. I'm just going to grab a random book out. Okay, these are, I'm just going to grab a random book out and let's do a random page and find a random sentence. I have notes. Okay, so just as maybe this will be a new tradition. So this is, I'm looking at the cover of this book. This is The Boxcar Children, House Built Mystery. Ever since I was young, I used to love to read these books, and they're incredible mystery books for kids. I still have a lot of them from when I was super young. But I'll read you a random sentence from page 71, second paragraph on 71, beginning, first sentence. "That is why the hole was made small," replied the man. "I have no clue what that means and how that should help the situation, but if you are, if you believe in the term in fate, which I don't know if I do, but if you do, there you go. I again, final time, thank you so much for listening or watching, or just but for everyone who supported me along the way. And if you're new, thank you. If you're on video, please subscribe on YouTube. If you're on your favorite podcast player listening on audio, please follow the podcast. Subscribe or subscribe. Like basically subscribe or follow, whatever you can. Thank you so much. Please share. Please review, and if you can, buy whoa, I have the hiccups. Buy HbyJ if you can. Thank you so much. I will be back next Friday, exactly a week from the release date of this episode, with the next episode. So thank you so much for listening. I'm Harley J. Peace out. And for both audio and video people, here is the new intro. Well, that's for video only. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Welcome to the Harley Jay Way. The Harley Jay Way. I'm your host, Harley J. Let's jump right in.